Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. I'm here today to do a Creator's View reading. And of course, when I do Creator's View, I've meditated and thought and connected with Source. Um, Source to me is the mind of the universe, the mind idea source of where things began and started creating from there. And of course, we know source is spirit. So anything that manifests in this world must come from spirit, correct? And then the idea is given to us, or it's usually put out into the collective, and several people get a great idea, huh? Yeah, there's people, like inventions have been invented in different parts of the world nearly at the same time. That's why patenting is so important. People have to go and patent their stuff to make sure nobody else takes it. But the truth be told, the ideas are always available to us if we just take a little time to meditate and think. So when I meditate and think, I reach out as far into the universe as I can to find source and bring it back. And we're going to start off with an archetype. I hope everybody's doing well out there. According to tarot card readers, the collective is going a little nuts. And, I actually thought about I would do a reading on myself, a Virgo, this evening, and see what's going on, out in the collective. I usually try to, well, we all kind of project who and what we are, right, when we're reading. And my biggest hope is to project that you are so loved by this universe, and that the more love you give to yourself, the more you heal, the more you are capable of loving others as self, you know. And it's not easy learning to love ourselves, though. Not easy, especially for people who've never been taught that, right? The vessel. You are the vessel. So, yes, we're going to talk about you today and the beautiful vessel that you are, right? Yeah, the vessel, the carrier of your consciousness, the carrier of the soul fracture, or the particular person that you are. And each one of us are individual, right? We are all individuals. Let me see. I know I put that book close. There it is. The Vessel. And that is number, would that be 69? 69. Oh, that's way back in here. A little bit further. Where we at? Little far. The vessel, the body, the container, the cup. The vessel may be the most powerful archetypical form on earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquid, stoves hold fire, our bodies hold organs, our homes hold families. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Nests protect the egg, saving accounts protect our earnings. Even the planets are contained within their circular orbit. When this card appears, it's time to assess what is being held together. And I was thinking of that, when I know the universe has a mind, because when I look out there, it's not chaos. something orderly is going on because everything's right where it's supposed to be in order for, you know, no planets invade other boundaries of other planets, and everything is pretty independent. And, it's just it's real orderly. Once in a while, we get a few things, that ain't exactly what we think it is or whatever, and things have happened on the planet, but still, it's an orderly universe. And so, Source to me is the mind of the universe. And it's funny that this came up because it was the first thing I thought of in order to recognize God is whatever organized everything so well out there that we all live independently without interfering with each other. Very, very orderly, very orderly. Okay, so you are the vessel. How, okay, is the vessel too tight, too loose, broken, empty, full, or perhaps there's no vessel at all and the contents spill in every direction? It is natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. The vessel has a life cycle that must be honored. Is it time for you to build, break, or repair? We must find out. Yeah, so how is your vessel? Uh, that which, you are your particular person that you are. Do you take care of your vessel, your body? And that's a good question in our age because it's very important. It don't even matter when you begin. Whether you began 10 years ago or me in particular 3 years ago or whenever, because the minute you start caring for yourself and eating your apple a day and doing 10 minutes of yoga and just investing in yourself just that much will change your life. Does it hurt? Oh, hell yeah. Sometimes it does hurt, Sometimes you're tight and you don't want to do it, but your vessel is a very important part of carrying your consciousness, that who you are. We have today a beautiful, what is that? Oh, I love this. You know, half and half, black and white. It's all just black and white. That black part, the darkness, is our vessel because it comes from Mother Earth. We can slow down our aging process and align our bodies, to be okay and good, healthy bodies. 10 minutes of yoga a day does me good. And then I do things, of course, around the house through the day, but, it's no big deal. Yeah, the swan, beautiful, beautiful bird. The main thing is to take care of that beautiful, beautiful person, human being that you are, and to love yourself and be proud because not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody knows they need to eat right, you can have your cake and eat it too. You really can. It's all about balance. Through the day you eat good stuff. Stay away from fast food. Yes, I'm going to say it. Stay away from fast food. That stuff will destroy your life. Take the time to make you something beautiful, at home. Anything would be better than fast food. Helping hand. Count on God, the universe, the creator to help you. Anybody that's wanting to change at this point, God will be there to put a ribbon in your hair. That's where these little bows go, right? They were in the hair of the little girls. But just know that God says, Source is with us as we go through this big transformation, this big change into the new world. And truth be told, those of us who participate the way I feel it and see it, those of us who participate and help in the world change at this time will be back to enjoy it as it's in full swing. And so there's a lot to look forward to. Now, I had a message today about quirks, okay? And the vessel. Okay, each one of us have an independent vessel. None of us are alike. All of us have different personalities, different quirks, different weirdness, different strangeness, different boldnesses, different tempers, different everything. We're all different. None of us are alike. But each one of us, are special. Each one of us are special. Every single one of us. And the devil in the world popped out. And we want to think of ourselves and ask ourselves, what is my special that I came here with? And it'll probably be something that you've put to the side because it embarrasses you or you don't feel comfortable, with it. Yet at the same time, you think about it a lot. So, God was like, or the source was saying, like, just let your quirks be okay, be quirky, because if you're different, that means that you're in alignment and you're moving towards what Creator Source wants, which is to bring different things into this world at this time to shake it up, to change things, especially if you're educated or have training or whatever, and you got these quirks. Well, while you're at work or whatever, you want to make sure that you allow yourself to be fully seen, because you are the change you want to see. You are the change you want to see. So what you want to see changed in the world, you want to begin doing. That's you. You are the change you want to see. And so you begin changing in the way that you want to be or you want to see. There's the chariot. What is the chariot? The chariot is something that races, right? And it is a race. And we drive both our dark side and our light side. So what do we want to do? When we're riding in this chariot, this means we've balanced our light and our dark. Our shadow side. We've went in and healed those things that maybe we didn't like about ourselves. We went in and healed those things we did that made us feel shame and embarrassment. We went in and healed, the owies and the pains that come just through everyday life that build up after a while and you don't even notice until, it's hit you. And so when we do that, you see, when we heal, when we love ourselves, regardless of who we are, when we love ourselves, regardless of who we are, then we can move forward in life. We don't get stuck. We don't get stuck. We move forward and we love ourselves. And especially those parts about ourselves we feel uncomfortable with, we love ourselves. We protect ourselves and we love. And when we love ourselves enough to where when we finally believe it, then we love everybody as if they were ourselves. And that's what will change the world, you see. All the people that hurt us were only hurt too. They were hurt at one point in time. And I believe that we all probably do hurting along the line ourselves. If we look at ourselves, we're never completely innocent. Never, because anger and passion can get ugly and fiery and messed up, right? So we're never, ever completely innocent. But we can do our best when we learn to love ourselves and we see others, what they've been through, because once you learn to love yourself, you're really comfortable with who you are, and you don't worry about, I don't know, it just does something. Getting grounded in the love of self and getting grounded in the love of creation just does something that changes you. And your faith and hope, you kind of just ride it too, just like this too, in the chariot, in the chariot. So, when we take care of ourselves, get our body grounded, and follow those little quirks that we hear, which could be your intuition, sometimes you will come out like pretty awesome. You will feel very good. This is Shiva, I believe, and I love Shiva. Shiva is the guardian of the universe. Outside, this is also Hindu, and not that I'm Hindu, I'm of no religion, I'm spiritual, but Hindu is very much about spirituality too. Very, very creative and very beautiful literature and stuff like that. It's really worth looking into. If anybody were interested, I would do it. But, and it doesn't, follow a bunch of, it's not patriarchal. It's equality between the male and the female, which I find very, very beautiful. There, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, I don't know where we're going at today, guys. We're talking about your vessel. Loving yourself enough to express yourself. Loving your vessel because it's your car, it's your transportation. Loving yourself enough to do what you need to do to feel good each and every day. 10 of Cups. Yes, love your body. I don't care what it looks like or what age you are. Love your vessel. Think of it as something that, how would you travel without your body? You would be back to plasma. You see how important your body is? This is not about being afraid of death or anything. This is just about getting as much out of life as you can and loving life as much as you can and never giving up or losing hope or faith in your dreams, and to believe. I mean, if we can believe in all kinds of horrible things and all the things that are going on around the world, what harm does it take 10 minutes a day to believe in something greater than all that? That's what it's all about, right? Moving away from all the shit that's going on in the world and taking a few minutes a day to connect with something greater. Because you have to reach out. God reaches out to you too, but you got to reach out to God. Isn't that funny? I didn't never expect this reading to go this way. Nine of Wands. I can vouch, once you reach out to God and God reaches back and touches you, or if you've already done so, then you know what I'm talking about. It will light your fire, and you will begin a journey of investing and begin looking in self, because you find out that you are a particle of God. You were born from out of the universal consciousness. There'll never be another like you again. And there's something inside you that's a treasure. And listen, you don't lose it either, because what's meant for you will always be yours. I just got a kick. So whatever lifetime, you pull those treasures out, doesn't matter. But just to let you know that in this lifetime, it is available. We are waking up. We are moving into a deeper and more relaxed collective consciousness where we have the freedom to look all around us and make choices about whether we think God exists or don't exist. But that's kind of hard to say God don't exist when we live on this only one planet in the universe that we know of that has all this life on it. And this is the only one. Yeah, so there. And God obviously exists, the God of life, within this planet. Because this is the planet we see life on. The God of fire exists in the sun, in the central sun. The God of water exists in the moon. The God of love exists in Venus. The God of communication exists in Mercury. Gods are angels, saints, helpers, but each and everything has its own energy and consciousness. We're just walking planets around down here, and we don't bump into nobody. And that's the journey that I've been on and have come back from. These are the things that I've realized, that we're all moving in the same direction at different times and speeds. But the more you love yourself, the quicker you'll get there. Because God can only work through love. The Phoenix, the Emperor, who can create but he that loves? You have to love before you can be a creator. You gotta love to garden before you can get out there and dig that garden up and plant those seeds and pull out the weeds and water it. That takes love, investment. Well, look at the seeds that have been planted all around this world. Something, huh? Something that we're here, that's been here since anybody can recall. So obviously, I think the seed of God was planted right here in this planet. Some kind of vibration, energy, consciousness that creates all this stuff to grow. Everything for us. Our trees for our house, our gas for our car, metal to build a car, rubber to make tires, steel and iron and all these metals to make, tire rims. Yeah, it's I would want to question it. Do you have any questions about God? For goodness sakes, ask the universe and wait for your answer. Because, it is a journey. And God hears everything you say. Everything. No, that's Ace of Swords. That's the truth. Okay? There's no need to be afraid. Just reach out and believe and have faith that we're in a time of change. We're going to leave this world a better place. We want to leave the world a better place. We want to learn to love ourselves so we can help learn others to learn to heal as well, because love in self is healing. You begin to heal. You forgive yourself for everything, because if you'd know better, you'd have done better. I tell myself that all the time. When my past comes up, I say, Connie, if you'd have known better, you'd have done better. And that's what we tell ourselves. And then we shrug it off like a duck with water. Water rolls right off the duck's back. We just let it go out of our mind. Just like that. We don't harm our soul and spirit. The more we love ourselves and the better we do, the more our soul will inhabit our body and our spirit, our etheric soul will live with us in this temple. That's why we're called a temple. And everybody has this beautiful soul, but it needs freedom, and it needs truth, and it needs to be able to express itself. So we come back to the quirks. Allow yourself to express yourself, even if you think you're weird. And look at the courage and bravery and boldness you practice when you begin to speak out. It takes courage. Even if your voice shakes, speak it anyway. And as you move along, speaking your piece, telling, you know, expressing your vision of a new world, it will get easier and easier for you to speak out until it will become natural. Also, you want to open your throat chakra. I open my throat chakra every single day. I work on my throat chakra. I have Mercury in Libra. I love Mercury. He is my favorite planet. I know everybody likes this, that one, the other, but I love that I am able to communicate, which keeps my emotions in check because I can um, express how I feel and they don't get all tied up in my body. And I spent a lot of time flushing old emotions that I never got to express, where I got subdued down, depressed, sad, aggravated, frustrated. I work on that through meditation of flushing all old emotions out and cleansing. And therefore, I feel like after 63 years of walking through hell, I have done well for myself. Well, not 63, 60. Yeah, and so I feel pretty good about life now. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm in my garden, and I hope you guys feel that way too. I'm pretty independent here now, um, and I don't mind it being alone whatsoever. My son lives here, but and he likes to talk with me a lot, but I've got to put up a few boundaries so that I can get back to doing my readings. And I found that if people hang out around me and stuff, I absorb a lot of energy, and it's really hard to get in here and do what I need to do. So I've got to start setting up, things a little bit different. But all in all, yeah, I feel like I am having a good life. I'm happy. I express my emotions. I don't store anything down. And, I speak my piece. And I do this on here because I love you guys. I want to share my life with you. I also want to share my experiences with you. And if any wisdom or knowledge is coming out, I just, I ask God all the time because I have been through a lot. I've walked from not walk from, but I've lived in Louisiana. I've lived in the South. I've lived in the East, Indiana, Kentucky. I've traveled to Utah. I walked to here. Um, I've never had a 9 to 5 job or a factory job. I've always found ways to work on the farm or for other people. Generally, I didn't do very well in work. They said I had I got fired a few times. I have an authority figure problem, and I speak out what I believe is true. The same reason my mom didn't, care for me, because I had this terrible. No, I had this wonderful blessing of being very truthful without being afraid. And so I fight for God, and that's just the way it is. Anyway, so see, look, I'm showing off my little quirk. I'm doing the same thing. I'm a weirdo sometimes, but I accept that. And I'm only weird because, very few people go around expressing spirituality the way I do. And even in the church, you ain't going to find them talking, about how to raise your vibration, how to learn to be happy. And they say prayers will do it, and that's all you need. No, you need a lot more than that. You need to be an individual. You need to feel like you're worthy of speaking your piece and speaking your truth, and that what you feel is valid. And it is. What you feel is valid. Okay. Victory. What you feel is valid. Okay? Creator wants you to know that the more you understand how you feel and why you feel it, the more you will learn to love yourself and understand yourself. And when you understand yourself, you will understand other. Yeah. You'll understand the other. It's all about learning to understand one another. If we want peace on earth, we have to learn about relationships. We have to learn to allow ourselves to express ourselves as we truly are and allow others to do that as well, because we're all unique individuals and we need, we want to be happy for everybody who could do this, who can speak and teach us things or inspire us or love us or give us hope. This is all needed. And if you can do any of that, reach out, and speak out. Queen of Swords, she always speaks the truth. She never lies. And she speaks out without fear or without feeling like she's going to offend someone. Because sometimes offending people is the best thing you can do for them. It'll make them go within and check themselves. Maybe make them look at something they need to look at. If you've offended someone and you're speaking truth, then that means they've been triggered. And so they obviously have a problem with that. But the thing is now they know they have a problem with it. And so do you, whoever spoke the truth. So this is even through conflict, we can help people. So avoiding conflict is not the best thing. Standing up and speaking your piece during conflict is the best thing you can do. Not run. Don't run from conflict. King of Cups, keep your emotions in check and, deal with it like a boss if conflict comes up. And conflict does come up. And it does disturb our routines, right? Gosh, I hate conflict. Yeah, I don't like conflict at all. I usually keep to myself. And if I see, if I've had a problem with people, usually after the second or third time, there's not going to be no more of that. And because I don't get lonely, I don't need a whole bunch of people around me sucking up my energy. And because I'm alternized, I make dinner, I make tea, the coffee. I'm kind of that kind of hostess. And so 1 or 2, 3 days of that, and I'm like wore out. And, it'll be like they'll still be expecting it, but they get to surprise, on the third day. Guess what? You get to do it all now. Whatever you want, it's there. Take it. I'm done. I'm taking off. Okay, one more card. Just on here today, goofing off, I guess. Hopefully, there's a message in here for someone. Balance. Everything's all about balance. Balancing it all out. Knowing what to do and when to do it. And, she don't look like she's too far off balance. She looked like she pretty much got it. We got the waves going on back here. So she's got some emotions she's working with. But the boat is sailing and the waters aren't that bad. So that's funny, that's Pentacles too. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles and all that water back there. So working on balancing our emotions will bring us into a place where we can sail to calmer waters. And, it's all about loving ourselves. And when we love ourselves and we work on ourselves, we just naturally begin to love everything. Because you become kind of, I never say this, but you become a child of God. and the love is in you. You just become full of love. You understand that you are carrying a part of God in you. Each and every male and female are literally a mother, father to themselves, and they carry the Spirit of God within. And as you grow and raise that spirit to where it kind of like, eventually somewhat consumes you, and you become this person. I became the change that I wanted to see. I wanted to see more love in the world. I wanted to see more kindness. I wanted to see more gentleness. I wanted to see people to think more about the future and the present moment right now than the past. Get the hell out of the past. Past is dead. All we got is from this time forward to do anything. And so, that's it. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Let's pull another card before we go. Remember, your vessel is very important. Remember, being good to yourself is very important because it makes you shine. Believe it or not, your body knows if you're doing good for it. Your air knows. Your earth element knows if you're treating it right. Your air element, your mind knows if you're giving it rest and meditating it and drawing in good positive thoughts. The air knows. The fire knows if you're using it for a passion or not. And the water knows if you've been storing up emotions or not. That's a message. It all knows. So remember, all those elements love you and they need your love back because they are a part of who you are and the particular mixture of elements that are in you. King of Wands. Remember, your body, your mind, your water, and your fire, your passion, your water, your emotions, your thoughts, and your body will only be as strong as your spirit is. As we grow older, if we don't have a strong spirit and keep that body going and that mind going and, our passions going, and it's up to us to mother ourselves to get that going. We don't allow ourselves to fall by the wayside. People who are older are at the best age as far as all the experience we've had on this planet, and we are needed at this time. We are needed here. And so speak up, speak out, be bold, let your quirks be seen, let your specialities that God gave you, and like I said, it's probably things that embarrass you that you don't want to do. Like, can you believe I used to never want to talk? Can you believe that? There was a time, years, I didn't speak. In fact, I've only really started over the last 3 years speaking my mind. I kept silent for a long time. And I felt horrible. It felt horrible because I never told anybody what I felt or what I thought. So nobody even knew me, really. But now I speak out. I speak everything. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to say, and I come on here anyway. And look, I was able to pull it off. I love you guys. If you guys have been here still, I love you so much. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Mwah. Bye-bye.